Goody.
Got anything new to say? I don't think anyone has ever mentioned her at any point.
Have you any?
It seems her dispensary.
Goodbye, Miss Swan.
Everyone's just commenting on stuff.
Good evening, Benjamin.
I'm afraid not, mister.
You don't seem well, Benjamin.
I always...
Oh, I don't have the treatment for it. Oh. Well, he did.
I will see you later.
He's not even worth taking. Or do I? Can I make it? I don't even know if I have the recipe for this.
A gun?
Just closest hideout. There's one right up the street. It's this street. I wonder where the other two people are. The bench. Bench? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I just don't have treatment for it. I have headache. Recipe unknown. Where do I get this? Yeah, he's doomed. I don't need your blood. I'll take yours, though. If it drops below the critical threshold, citizens will disappear and all quests will be lost. I mean, I did make things better. I made some things better. So I can treat this cold. So I definitely have to find Richard. I still have to find Camellia. She's around here somewhere. I think that area was filled with enemies. Pretty sure. Yeah. Porter's off somewhere.
Come when you will all be judged for your sins. Even
Some areas are only... Wonder if some areas are only accessible after district falls below critical. Maybe.
Good evening, Doctor.
Alright, you're healthy, so...
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do.
Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation
Hopefully.
can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
At least he's an optimist. You didn't see that. There she is. Anyone over here, though? No, that's just Prewin. Prywin? I've been saying it Prewin. It's probably Prywin.
Hello again, Mister. Tell me, Camellia, how are things now the dispensary is closed?
That's interesting.
I know you understand. Very well.
Maybe I just take some flowers. Because she has a whole bunch just laying around. Did I come all this way for absolutely nothing? Were there just flowers somewhere in Southwark? I mean, I am helping the district to avoid, like, critical, but... Can't talk to that other priest again.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too.
Do you need me?
It may be wise.
I understand your...
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my...
I've given him medicine twice. Holy shit, dude.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
What if it's all malice? What if that's all she is?
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercott.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
What if she's like that anime character that never opens their eyes, and then when they do, shit goes down? But instead of closed eyes, it's silence.
I'll leave you alone.
Like, what if? At least I've improved. I should have improved the district somewhat. I've cured a bunch of people as much as I can. Not gonna bother. Oh, I fucking have to. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Looks so badass just standing there with my club. The way he holds it in his coat, it's so good.
Protection against malevolence and trickery.
Oh. That's way faster than that other door. Oh, there's Xiao Shun. I haven't talked to her since the cemetery.
Good evening, Xiao Shun.
晚上好, Dr. Reed. It's good to see you again.
How do you feel now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to follow your advice, sir. I won't forget the dead, but my efforts will be for the living.
I've no doubt. That is a wise and useful attitude in this part of town.
To be completely honest with you, I'm also doing this for myself. If I'm destined to survive this epidemic, I need my life to have some purpose.
Do you still think about your departed husband?
Of course I do. I'll never forget my beloved Matthew, but how do I put it? Now I miss him more than I want him back.
I know what you mean. And I think it means you're getting better.
Maybe death will take me the way it took Matthew. Without warning and without mercy. But until then, I live on.
What are you doing with your time now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to help the poor and sick of the neighborhood by handing out medicine.
See, there you go. It's like it's a wash.
That's very charitable of you. But why do it at night?
I've noticed that the most desperate people tend to go out after dark. Hence my presence, to help them when I can.
You know, destroy a dispensary by accident. Bring in a helpful person. I was trying to come up with a good name, like
Giving
a word.
out
I could.
medicine. How can you afford to do that?
I am a rich
A
widow, Dr.
philanthropist?
Reed.
No.
My departed husband left me enough money to last the rest of my life.
No, she has money, so
I can spend
philanthropist.
some on those who don't have any.
So there you go.
Why don't you move to a better neighborhood?
I thought about it, I confess. To go back to the same empty home every day still hurts me a lot.
Why stay here then?
I am a woman of habit, Dr. Reed. And for now, I am happier being useful in a familiar place than I would be anywhere else.
Goodbye for now. It's locked, all right.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
I have learned nothing about him somehow.
Have you heard?
Never heard of her.
Goodbye.
Wasted your life away.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Oh, right, I already talked to him.
A gun?
What is down here?
It's locked.
Alright. Okay, I'm convinced I come back here to, like, do something more. Unless that's considered part of Whitechapel as well. For that. Have I really explored this area? I feel like I ran through it. Although, as I keep saying, random exploration doesn't really get me anything. Game's very good at, like, putting the things in front of you. I don't fucking know where to get these flowers.
Long as you have the money.
Let's go back.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
Go all the way back.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Oh, they actually shot me. Need more stamina. Until I can dash all the way across the entire city, I don't have enough stamina. I got farther away. I guess because I'm not like going straight there. It would be faster to go this way, but I don't even know if I can. Oh no, I can't. This door here was the one I was like, can't go from this side. I have to like go all the way around.
Please, sir. Come. Easy does it, boys. We can deal.
Just north.
See them fancy clothes?
There's so many of them. Stop it! Stop it!
Look at it! Vicious bugger!
Nice. So you just turn the corner, they forget you're there, and you can go through the door. Well, should it be like flowers, like in here or something?
But with the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
Are they stupid or something?
There's gotta be something
I've never
can
even
be
been
done
to
to get
India.
out of this bullshit mess.
Maybe I get the flower from him.
Good evening, Miss.
What?
Is there anything?
How dare you say?
Goodbye.
He didn't deserve this.
Whatever, I'll keep an eye out for flowers. We have delayed enough. There are no people. Well, there's the hint for where the bomb fucking blew up. God damn it.
It's locked.
It's a little late now. I fucking searched that place high and low looking for it.
I cannot enter.
Literally high and low. I went up buildings. Is that him? What is him? Just gonna loot your room before I talk to you. I swear I saw a shiny on this table. Ring.
Why the long face, Doctor?
He looks very dead. Is that all that worries you?
Is it all that worries you, Sean? My long face? Really?
This is a blessing for me to become a Skal. Immortality gives me more time and energy, if truth be known, to run a shelter. What more could I want?
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
Wonders never cease. Skal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain?
Only sometimes.
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord.
That can't be what's in the Bible word for word.
Eat flesh, no blood.
I know they talk about, like, eating the body of Christ and, like, blood into wine or whatever, but, like, that can't be taken verbatim from the Bible, can it?
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Alright, I'm intrigued at least.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I surrender myself to your judgment.
This is the first skull we've seen that isn't completely feral. As well, because we're an Ekans. Like, we're Ekans. Ekans. He's like, skulls don't need to drink blood like Ekans do. Forgive me, God, for what I'm about to confess. Sometimes I wish I never saved Dyson Delaney from drowning when he fell in the canal. There, I said it. Please forgive me, Lord. I'm just a sinner. Dyson may be the most frustrating case I ever had to deal with since I opened my night shelter in the East End. For years, I've tried to understand what this man regularly makes me so irritated, and I think I recently found out why. Dyson has stopped fighting for good and forever. I met so many heavy drinkers in my life, men and women, rich and poor, young and old. I've witnessed their fight with their demons, their past, their guilt, and their failures. Sometimes I can put a name on this inner evil of theirs. Sometimes I've never been able to identify the real cause of their despair. But in most cases, for these men and women to drink is a way to keep fighting. Of course, it is a useless and destructive form of struggle, but at least this self-destruction means that something makes them suffer, and they still fight against this pain they feel so deep inside. Even a severe alcoholic like William Bishop keeps struggling with his addiction and asking for salvation, for the light of Christ. And as long as they wish to see this light, there is a place for hope. Dyson Delaney has no hope left. He does not drink to smother his pain. No, I am now convinced he conscientiously drinks for the sadist joy of smothering all hope. I really don't know what is the worst sin, to deliberately cast away hope from your own heart, or complacently bask in self-destruction. Interesting thoughts. I'm an Ekans! Ekans! I am a snake. Taunting those with an apple. Supping on the juices of life.
This Seymour worries me. Perhaps Sean knows something about him.
Yeah. Let us away. Did I just get shotgun shells by running past that lady? Where's the way down? Way down! All the damage. Oh, I was hoping to drink. I'll just let them fight each other. Did I ever try the other ultimate? I never did. I took it and then forgot I took it. Let's try it out. Beware.
It's locked.
Shaling. Shaling.
That doesn't work.
Alright. Alright, we have a puzzle.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
Okay. First, I want to see if there's loot, so let's empty the room. Oh, I didn't, like, empty the room. I could have just come down here anyway. Alright. I knew there had to be something. Since they're both closed, I assume they both have to be open. Yeah. Wait, that's temporary. Oh, there's barrels in the way. I see.
That gate should shut properly now.
Drain away. Slowly but surely. Wait, how do I get over there? Oh. Oh, it did drain away a little bit. God, that sounded like it was right inside my ear. Well, they fucking disappeared? Is this gonna be the the rat woman thing? Is that what we're about to discover? Stop it. Loot? No.
It's locked, all right.
Oh, it's this dude.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity. So learn to respect the laws of Ascalon.
Alright.
I am Fergal Banshee, the hand that crushes all.
Yo! It's too bad he's like super strong to Shadow. Can I switch my thing in mid-combat? I can. I'm probably not gonna bother using this since it'll do fuck all, so let's coagulate him. Ow.
Dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon? Power you cannot comprehend. Once you vanished, I'll slaughter these scalds while singing your name.
What the fuck? Oh, Jesus.
They shall snap like a hare's breadth of bone.
Ah. Ow! The worst part is that it lowers my max, so like healing is really shitty. Oh, I just negated the blood explosion a bit.
We shall tear them apart and smell like blood to the pissing wells. Return to your apothecary of needles.
Where do we go?
I shall crush you.
God damn it. That was lame.
Your blood is now mine.
I forgot I have serums and shit.
Down, stay down.
That'll help. I have recovery items. For fuck's sake.
Your blood is now mine. Return to your apothecary. Slow as a snail.
For fuck's sake. It doesn't matter if I like stun them, they still spawn. Alright, got him. Defeat the beast. What was the whole description about the sewer dog being an old lady or something? Was that guy just nuts? It's probably nuts. It was handy that I suddenly remembered I have recovery items. Alright, let's go back to my shadow mist.
At least one skull escaped Virgil's wrath.
I don't think he's actually dead. We're gonna have like a refight with that guy, I think.
The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
Shut up once. Not to fight though. He just like introduced himself.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
I'm talking like in boss refight, not just him showing up again. I didn't miss anything. What? Oh, he's keeping skulls alive?
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Please, who are you? I sense your sadness.
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
If I eat enough people, I'll evolve into an Arbok. It'll be great. That's how that works, right, in Pokemon?
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Scout.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire Society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Skal. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
What?
No.
This happens every day now.
Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you, she is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her
Are you
mind
seeing
is
the guy in the
sharp as a
background?
tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
What about him? Do you not see the way that he is moving but not moving? Oh, there he goes. He's just like...
Keep your distance, Echo. Keep your distance, Echo.
Okay. Do these people not count as citizens? Where's old Bridget? Level 8. Oh, maybe I just like can't mesmerize these people, no matter how hard I would want to try.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
Schling.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Suppose.
You're spare, little Isaac. So sweet of you.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I have so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
She is like half hulking out, which I just noticed.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Of course. Or of course, that's her answer.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin.
Just noticed. Yeah, I was like,
coward.
I noticed
Still
like
won't
around the
kill.
neck immediately, but I was like, whenever there's subtitles, I can't help but like read them along with the dialogue. So I was just reading the words, and like her arm is behind the words.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Like I can't not read along with the voice acting. Like I can't, and that's true for anything. Any subtitle where I know the language, I have to read it as it's being said. And if I don't, I like it almost physically hurts me to like try and look away from the words. If they're on the screen, I'm reading them.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
I'm no skull.
We are similar, but not the same, Harriet.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness, quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest. No more words. Please.
Schling. Supremacy of Ekans. It's no coincidence that Ekans are the most eminent and most numerous of all vampires. Ekans are the true aristocracy of immortals, and if I may add, they are the only ones able to stay at the top of the food chain. Everywhere I traveled, I only met Ekans assuming immortal lives or forming an immortal society. Ekans are the most human, most clever, and most educated of all vampires. Don't get me wrong here. I've nothing against more exotic species like Volkard, who share the gift of immortality with us. Most of them can prove useful, if properly canalized toward a clear goal. But they lack the most important trait of all, the ability to mingle with mortals without being spotted. Therefore, the Escalon Club should only accept Ekan of the highest lineage as member of its inner circle. Depending on circumstances, Volkards can be accepted as war dogs or hunting hounds, as long as they obey our laws. Luckily enough, these lesser cousins have a natural tendency to submit and obey their masters. From the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave. Yo.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us, spend time with us, and I may be willing to answer more questions.
Why do you live here, amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
I know the answer, I just have to ask.
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the guard of Priwen.
How does pronounce Priwen?
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
Sewer Skull sounds better than Wet Boot Boys.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Is she secretly an Ekon?
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are Skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she's a Skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a Skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Egon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
You're spared the Gentiles, eh?
I don't really know what to think or what to do with Sean.
The vampire hunters will never find us here.
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
Oh. I was like, surely that opens the door. And it does. Merchants' prices for goods may vary depending on the district's health. Okay.
It's locked, all right.
I keep just getting random bullets. Like, I'll loot something, and then I'll walk by some other stuff, and like, here's a shotgun shell. I don't know what's happening there. Is it just like a delayed visual? Like, I actually looted it from the thing?
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed, one and all, and he's determined to save us.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Skal now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Keeps kind of dodging the questions.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
Harriet, Miss Jones has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is so hateful. Was she hateful? I'm not sure she was hateful.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
Oh, Harriet.
She has joined her own
I was
kind,
thinking...
Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the
I was
younger
thinking old Bridget.
scouts, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of His divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
What?
Let's simply agree that all are one and the same. In death, I mean.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
No, that I'm pretty sure that one is verbatim. I can turn him? Like, turn him... Wait, hold on. Turn, like, to back to human? Or, like, further... Like, turn him into an Ekin? I guess that means I follow him. Or he follows me afterwards. I think I can. No, yeah, because that's what was mentioned. They have to drink my blood for me to turn someone into like a full-on vampire. I don't trust him. This is what I'm thinking. I'm sure old Bridget and them will be fine without Sean. Maybe. I mean, if I spare him, I could, like, come back later. If I, like, decide... If I change... Like, if I learn more and I change my mind. I'm not turning him. 100% not turning him. Turning sounds fun. I don't know, I am... I am mildly curious where it would lead. Alright, now I'm on, like, even... See, I don't think it's a super secret option. I'm assuming the only requirement was that I currently have 500 XP to give. I had to unlock it. I'm going to assume it was only through XP and nothing else. I don't know what I would have done otherwise to unlock it. Maybe I will turn them. You know what? Let's do it.
My discoveries. Vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your cheptel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth?
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No.
I said kneel and drink. Now.
Wow, I like turned the tables on like the power dynamic real quick. He was like, kneel before God, and he's like, basically, I'm God. And I'm like, no, you kneel to me. Since skulls are compelled to listen to Ekans. Yeah, I also just have that thing that I compel people in general, so. Oh, someone else is dead. For fuck's
Another
sake.
corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
Talk to Ichabod last. You know it's gonna be
Glad
dumb.
to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Anything new about you? No.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye, Miss.
Your sister screams like a man? That's what I took from that.
You again? What do you want?
I gave you your money back. Calm your shit. Come on.
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton. Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
I've noticed you're a fraud.
You've never faced, let alone killed, a vampire, Ichabod. You're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
Embellish the truth.
Stop fooling yourself. You've never faced a vampire before. You wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, that's not true, sir. I've already faced one of these creatures.
Oh, really? And you're still alive.
Well, we did not actually fight. I let it go.
What do you mean?
I entered the vampire's den. The stench was terrible. I was ready to kill it. But then I saw it. Just a suffering soul like you and me. I spared her.
Tell me about the vampire you spared.
She was a girl. Her body was a mess. I could see pus running from the deep wound. She was crying in pain.
You cared about her. That's what defines us as human, Ichabod.
Yes, but she was a truly evil creature. I'm haunted by the tragedies she caused ever since I spared her.
I wonder who she is.
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
What? Nah. What? Nah.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Nah.
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father. "29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
I wonder if there's just like some flowers around here.
It's locked.
She keeps flowers in there, I know it. I just know it. Okay, whereabouts? Right up there. First. We eat and see more. I've decided. I'm able to eat people. Anyone else I want? I might eat her at some point. She's just kind of like a dick. Still a bunch of people I haven't met in this area. This way's way faster. Seymour. Are you around here, Seymour? Watch him just be complete. Oh, there he is. It's gonna be like, watch him be impossible to find now.
Maggots and lot.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rumlord. 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 Rumlord.
You tricked me good, Doctor. Tell me, who will take the blame for your murders now that I'm dead?
Strong key. I was like, oh, his weapon? from blood. Let's see. Faster or slower? Alright, it's slower than the hacksaw, but does more damage. Can add some stun to it if I want. I don't know, I like the hacksaw for the blood thing, so I'm all about them powers. I assume it unlocks the locked thing in their house, which is it's right. Okay, it's right here. I knew the house was like right near here.
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne.
Of course. I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days.
It's locked, all right.
What was that key for then? Hold on. Alright, he had a secret... He must have had a secret chest full of stuff somewhere. If it doesn't...
It's locked, all right.
I mean, she probably has the key for that, like if I ate her. Which I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll change my mind later, but... For now, not gonna. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I'll probably just come across it at some point. Alright, I should be able to just jump across this way.
Don't forget to keep an eye out for this guard of something, sweetie. My guess is there.
Level 22? Alright. You have no stamina, sir.
Shit, that leech is fast! Christ, he's dead!
I'm gonna switch to the other one for a while. I only, like, used it once against somebody that took no damage from it. It, like, resist the shadow, so it made it kinda dull. I think it's single target. I don't think it'll, like, hit multiple people. We shall see.
"29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me?"
Lots of blood.
There's been a fight here.
Schling. There's like the perfect amount of loot in this game. It's not like in The Witcher 3 where it's like fucking everything. So you just spend fucking hours just looting all this stuff and you're like, what is all this shit? Am I even using it? No, it's just piling up in an inventory. You see, like, you get some dogs and see rows of barrels, and every single one of them is lootable, and you're like, "Fuck, I have to loot it." Ow! I let that hit me. That's my own fault. Man, I was gonna use my my ult on this dude, but it's like we're gonna resist the shadow, so why bother? I probably should have gone to a hideout to remake my serums.
So much blood. Whoever was killed got dried out.
Getting a lot of frame stuff all of a sudden.
To let her expire. It's one of them!
It does seem to be single target, but it's pretty good.
Roll back to the hell that spawned you!
Ow, holy shit. I swear I pressed it in time. He hit me once. And it almost one-shot me.
Cross all these streets to let her expire and be found here.
You're surprising.
Stop! Vampire!
Joke's on you, I don't have any blood.
It's too fucking fast!
No blood for you to drain.
Filthy murdering bastard!
Took my fucking stamina though.
No evil!
Stop it.
Bloody leech!
Fuck. Oh right, it just regens out of battle. Deek. Hey, a flower.
This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family. The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire. Only a golden watch in her pockets.
I wonder if it's gonna come back to bite me in the ass.
Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out.
I see you.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it.
Just got an achievement for pest control. Alright. It's a perfect spot for a hideout. The Vampire Club! Oh, I've seen this already. Alright. It's always potassium that I don't have. When did I get more of these serums? I didn't make any. Thought I could only have 2. Alright. Restores 300 instantly, then 150 over 15 seconds. 500 instantly, and then 300 over 15 seconds. Alright. Can I do level 3 yet? Nope. Those up the things. Those up the things. Put on the good regeneration serum. Oh yeah, I did like randomly go through that area. We're gonna end up doing like this long ass chase somewhere. My opinion. New dialogue? Hold on. I was about to end for the night, but I want to see this. I want to see this dialogue. And then I'll come back here and actually follow the path. But we're going back to the hospital super quick. It's just across the water here. I'm assuming I can just floof across. I hope so. Oh, please. It's right there. Oh! Thank God. Swansea and Ashbury. Last time I saw Ashbury, she was up front here, so let's take a quick look. Yeah, she's usually up front here. 20? I wonder how high my mesmerize can even go.
It is good to see you again, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm better than one might expect, Lady Ashbury. Dr. Swansea has asked me to investigate the recent disturbances in the hospital caused by skulls.
Really? What do you mean?
I discovered the most intriguing skull. An elderly woman answering to the name of Old Bridget. And a man who helps them remain hidden in
Old
London.
Bridget did not look very old.
Old Bridget? Peculiar name. I've never heard of her.
Skulls of London have gone into hiding. Both mortals and immortals plot their extermination.
Yes. Skulls are the orphans of the Vampire Society. They are the shame of their genitors, a disgrace to the vampire that created them.
According to old Bridget, Skulls can lead a peaceful existence like us. They are even able to nourish themselves by feeding on corpses and the flesh of the dead.
How vile. Please, Jonathan, let's change the subject.
There is something ominous closing around me, Lady Ashbury. Something spies upon me from the shadows. Something cruel and wicked.
Whatever do you mean, Jonathan?
If Sean Hampton and Harriet were not the guilty parties, then who? I saw the bodies and the blood.
Your rebirth has not gone unnoticed, Jonathan. Be extremely careful. If you get in the way of an immortal's plans...
Do you suspect someone?
I don't know, Jonathan. I steer clear of vampire politics, especially whilst hunters roam the city's streets.
Goodbye for now, my lady.
Alright, let's talk to Swansea for a hot second. Surprised it wasn't secretly talking to somebody like he always is.
Jonathan, at last. I've been worried sick. Have you solved the case of our poor Sean Hampton?
Don't worry, Edgar. The reputation of Pembroke Hospital is secure. Sean Hampton was not the guilty party.
Is that true? Oh, good news. Good news indeed.
Does the name Old Bridget ring any bells?
I've never heard of her. Why? A patient of ours? I must confess, I don't know them all.
No, it's just someone I recently met. A fascinating woman. I had thought that perhaps...
By the stole, Jonathan, you've met another vampire. I would appreciate an introduction, if that's the case.
What do you know of the Ascalon
The guy's
Club?
obsessed.
Not as much as I would like. There have always been rumors about a secret society of vampires operating in the interests of the British Empire, though I've never met a member.
I crossed paths with one. A terrifying creature going by the name of Fergal. He was sent by the Ascalon Club to exterminate the Skulls of the East End.
By the stole, Jonathan. If vampires are eliminating their own progeny, then dark times are upon us. Darker than I've ever witnessed.
Do you think Lady Ashbury would know of them?
Jonathan, our beloved lady is not one for social dalliances, nor the assemblies of dark orders. She's a woman of superior taste and selective acquaintance.
Okay.
I found Harriet Jones. She's much the same old, embittered woman she was, only she's been made a Skull. Her transformation did not go well.
Incredible. Why not bring her here? We could learn so much by studying her condition. It would be fascinating.
I think Swansea's a bit of a sociopath.
I doubt that. She can barely move. Perhaps we could learn more about the degeneration
The science,
of
though.
Skulls.
Perhaps. But she could also belong to a new species. We know so little of the laws that dictate vampire reproduction.
Were there any studies made by your order on the subject?
Not that I'm aware of. I will transmit your discovery to the Brotherhood's primate. He will be delighted.
A pleasure as always, Edgar.
I mean, clearly he's like... He's trying to discover how it all works, but it's like, to what end? Warning letter, Dr. Swansea. I must inform you of my deepest reservations concerning the Dr. Thoreau Strickland and Harvey Fiddick case. Mr. Fiddick has been hospitalized after a severe work injury. He may permanently lose the use of his arm if not treated adequately. Dr. Strickland claims that a surgical procedure may save the man's arm completely. I say it may also sever its functions for good. That says severe. I was like, what? If complications arise. Our young colleague is an audacious and daring surgeon who might prove a great professional in a few years, but for now he lacks the skills to perform such a risky procedure. Need I remind you of the mistakes he made in the past? Since Dr. Strickland refuses to listen to me, I strongly advise you to forbid him to perform such a hazardous experiment. Letter of Rakesh. I'll be glad to manage the temporary morgue as soon as it's open. I know it's not the same as being a physician for the dead as it is for the living, but I believe it is important to welcome and take good care of our departed too. Rest assured I will do my best for you. Concerning the question of my qualifications, I'm sorry I can't give you anything more valuable than my parole. I swear to you that my regiment made me a doctor during the war and that I saved many lives. And my word is not enough. You can contact the military administration to verify my experience and skills. They will confirm that even if I never followed any medical studies, the war taught me what a doctor really needs to know. Interesting. Rare species of vampire by Usher Talltree. As a scholar and exegete of ancestral writings, I would never insist enough about the importance of taking legends and ancient folklores into account when searching for hints about hidden or lost secrets. A common mistake is to take what we know for an established truth and use it to discard any contradictory material. For example, we must consider the possibility of undiscovered species of vampires and the necessity to rethink what we see as the established truth about the various types of immortals based on what we know, what we gathered through time. For how many centuries did we consider that vampire was a vernacular term for what we had learned to call Ekin? Until the day 4 explorers of the Brotherhood found proof in Siberia that Volkods were a lupine type of vampire, we considered these creatures to be linked to the mythological werewolf. Now we know it is not true. What about the rest? What about the Rakshasa from my homeland? What about the Chinese Jiangxi or the Pechuan of southern Chile? And without leaving the beautiful Great Britain, what about the stories about bat-shaped women sometimes flying around St. James's Church in Louth? What about the creature only identified as a disaster in some obscure testimonies which tried to destroy London in 1666? By spreading plague all around the city, what about the Nimrod, the mythical figure of the restless vampire hunter, sometimes described by ancestral British icons as a legendary huntsman who only feeds on his prey's blood and could go unnoticed amongst the immortals and immortals? I tell you, my brothers, we never can be too sure of what we could find if only we could forget for a few minutes what we're supposed to already know. Alright. Well, it's time to evolve, witness what happened to the districts, and end for the evening. I got a decent amount of experience as well. So I can definitely... This is pretty cool, although it's... The AoEs on the other abilities don't reliably hit. So I could just be like, yo, let's just do a shit ton of damage to one thing. I dropped an enemy in the area. It eventually does, like, the jump to this last one is huge. Although I would like to... I'm going to improve this. I'm going to improve my bread and butter abilities here. Alright, and this costs less now, too. So, sword. Can I get both? Is that possible? No, that can't be possible. No, it's locked. It's locked. I mean, this is fine as it is. I mean, extra damage is nice. But it's fine for now. I've used this the most. Right, 230 is the AoE, but it does 400. This is just 200 to everything around me. This one's the best for groups by far, because it just hits all around me. It would be the best against priests as well. It also level some stats. I might as well get one of these. A little bit more blood. I'd like to gain more blood as well per bite. So I should be able to level. Okay, I'll level one of these. No, we'll do this. It's also like it also does like the same thing as coagulation does, because it kind of stuns them as they're boiling. So, can I do anything with this 356? Probably not. Not that. Oh, no, don't cancel. That costs 600 now. I could do another syringe, or I could take one of the other abilities, just for the hell of it. Oh, that's 600. God damn it. Those syringes did come in handy, so let's have 3 of them, I guess. You could have so many. Holy shit. Alright. Alright, so what happened? Portrait of a Sad Saint. If you've ever lived near the docks of East End, you must know who Sean Patrick Hampton is, and if not, you might have heard of him. His name is starting to spread through the entire capital, and the song sings as one of hope. Sean is the humble founder of the Hampton Asylum, an establishment that he built with his own hands and convictions. The building, an abandoned warehouse gracefully donated by the Dawson family, then renovated and transformed into what is now the most famous asylum in London. The poor and hungry are welcome under his roof. With them, he shares his food, his care, and his prayers. Sean Hampton came from a background of misery, but the hardships of life didn't disfigure or maim his profound trust in the Lord. If anything, the faithful man gained an acute empathy in exchange for the torments of poverty. His love of others is renowned throughout the docks. Rare are those who didn't witness Sean cry at the sight of an infirm veteran, an orphaned child, or sick mother. That's how he gained his nickname, the Sad Saint of the East End. Sean Hampton is so respected that people still stay in his shelter even after the Sad Saint contracted a mysterious disease which forces him to rest a lot and take his meals away from his flock. While in some other parts of London, people step back as soon as someone coughs in public, men and women accept to eat and sleep in the Hampton Asylum. It's the safest place in the East End docks. The building looks dirty, the stench around the place is awful for a delicate soul, but there's hope and love there, and the death toll has been low and stable for days. But the district went down overall, I think? Probably because I ate Seymour. I feel like that's why. And they got... She suddenly developed anemia out of fucking nowhere. Alright, this didn't change at all. That's it? 4%? He's not dead, at least. 4% though? I assume it would just slowly go up over time as long as no one dies. I assume. And I've yet to even interact with any of this. Alright. Sweet. Well, I'm done for the night. And the week, technically. Well, yeah. I am enjoying the game. It's a good game. Next week's streams, I intend to do longer streams for Sunday, Monday, because I have Monday off because it's a long weekend. So I intend to do longer streams for both those days. I don't know. I felt like I had more to say, but apparently I don't. So, if you enjoyed your time here, feel free to follow if you've not done so already. But until next time, thanks for hanging out.